Today is making money investing in real estate right now, and Jackie asked me to come in and speak a little bit about real estate investing. I was thinking about talking about agents dealing with investors, but that's a whole nother class. I want to talk specifically about investing in real estate and making money investing in real estate. And this, I really just set this up as a generic, broad-based talk about investing in real estate because I didn't know what levels everybody was at. So I just put together a little presentation, 5 steps to making money in real estate now, and we're going to talk about mindset and passion, choosing your investment vehicle, what type of real estate to invest in, goal setting, assembling your team of key people in order to do that, and then learning and doing. So hopefully it's all going to make sense to you at the end of this presentation, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Just I wanted to start out by giving you guys a little, most everybody in the room knows me, maybe George doesn't know me that well. I've been buying and selling real estate for 20 years now, and I've bought, renovated, and sold nearly 100 properties. And that's really what my passion is, buying real estate, fixing it up, and selling it. And so that's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm here to share with you guys. I've done a lot of different things: single-family homes, double homes, apartment buildings, mixed-use buildings. So we're going to talk about those because there's 15 different ways to go, and we're really going to focus in on what's the way for you. And so I think that's something that you have to decide. Also, 2 short sales, I've done them for about 10 years now, and I've completed over 100 of them, so I'm really well versed in that. But how many in here have bought a home or own their own home? Just trying to figure out where everybody's at. So just about everybody's bought a home or owned a home. How many people have investment real estate right now? Anybody have a rental or a rehab? I know you're working on one with me, so that qualifies. How many want to own investment real estate? Okay. So that's about everybody. I'm talking to the right crowd. One of the things I want to talk about, and you hear this a lot, and it's generic: mindset and passion. Where is your head at? What are you passionate about? It might sound funny talking about investing in real estate, but I'm going somewhere with this. What are you absolutely passionate about? What do you love to do? I want you to think about that. What excites you? What are you really good at? Everybody's God has gifted us all with different talents. Think about what you're really, really good at. What would you do for no pay at all? Would you still be a real estate agent for those of you who are licensed as a real estate agent or a construction contractor if you weren't going to get paid? It's a great question, isn't it? Because I think that for me, buying real estate, renovating and selling it is a passion. And I'm really realizing, I love being a realtor, but I really love investing in real estate. And for me, that's where I need to be. And for you guys, it may just be a means to an end. So those questions that I asked you, in other words, what are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Jackie, for you, it might be spend time with my kids. Well, is investing in real estate going to get you to that end? And that's kind of with mindset and passion. If you can tie your mindset and your passion to the end goal or the end, the end use, then this thing can become real easy for you, because it's not an easy thing. Anybody that says, hey, you can buy and sell real estate, no money down, and make $1 million, you see that on TV, but it's not the truth. So I wanted to get you guys thinking along those lines. What am I passionate about? What's important to me? What am I good at? And how do I tie this in with buying a piece of investment real estate, fixing it up and selling it, or buying a rental property, holding on to it, or acquiring an apartment building? It's lifestyle. My goal is, over the next 5 years, I want to acquire 500 apartment units and have $25,000 a month in positive cash flow. And for me, it's freedom. I love real estate. I love fixing up real estate and managing real estate. But if I have that much money coming in, I can do whatever I want, right? I can spend time with my kids. I can do my charity work. So it's really a means to an end. And I'm smiling because when you're thinking about that, you start smiling, right? Man, if I don't have to show up here on Tuesday for the meeting every week and it's optional, that's a pretty cool thing. Or if I don't have to, be a construction contractor if I don't want because I have all this money flowing in. Or if I choose to, I can do that. So I think it's really important to, first of all, tie that all in. The second thing is choosing your investment vehicle. Narrow focus is the key to this whole deal. So if you're dabbling in about 8 different things, you really have to pick something and become an expert at it. And I wanted to add, as I'm talking, if you guys want to ask questions at school, we only have 6 or 7 people in here, so let's just stay, open on that. Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. That's one thing. My partner and I had a real estate investing company for about 5 years, and we were buying and selling homes. That's what we were doing. But when we started to get too broad focused, like we were mailing everywhere, Summit County, Cuyahoga County, Lorain County, it was just, instead of keeping the focus narrow and really specializing in a certain area, it's kind of similar to being an agent. You guys are the Summit County real estate experts, the Summit Group. I love that logo. So you guys know Summit County. I've invested there, but I don't really know. You guys are the experts. So become the expert at, if it's vacant land and you want to be the vacant land guy, or if it's, apartment buildings and you want to be the apartment building guy. Gary Keller says, make your life big by making it small. And that's focusing in on one thing or 2 things. And for me now, it's this real estate team, and then investing in real estate. I want to buy, renovate, and sell 6 homes this year. I've already done 3, finishing up one with Cosme that we're going to sell, and I want to do 3 more. And then I want to acquire 1 apartment building. But I know that, so it's getting that top of mind. For most people, just buying a personal residence, you're going to laugh and say, is that real estate investing? That's the biggest investment most people make in their lifetimes. Just buying a personal residence. Is there some bank-owned homes out there right now? Any deals? I had a client, and I did a YouTube video on it, right down here on, was it North Salem, Jay? The street, North Salem Drive. They bought a bank-owned home for $150,000, and the after-repair value is $250,000, and it needed about $30,000 in work. And it had a hole in the ceiling, and there was mold in the basement, but we had a contractor come in and fix the hole in the ceiling and remediate the mold. And the bank actually let us do that prior to closing. And this individual got a $250,000 house for $150,000. And then he had to do some work, paint, redo the kitchen and stuff like that. But the guy made 70 or 80 in equity just in his own home. So if he does nothing else for the rest of his life, on that one move, he did really well. And then if he pays it off quickly, he's in a good position. So I'm just going to kind of go over all the different things that you can invest in real estate-wise. A second home. Some of us, has anybody ever had a second home? I had one in Florida for a while that I used as a vacation rental. That's a big deal now. Prices in Florida are like at the bottom. And if you can buy something on the ocean for $100,000 and put a tenant in there when we're all ready to retire, Cosman just moved from Fort Myers. He's crazy, but are prices low down there?
Yeah,
they're real low. Single-family homes is another thing. I prefer those. I really like them because you got one tenant or one space, and it's real easy to control and I think easy to rent. And rental vacancy rates are really low right now. We've had, a lot of foreclosures recently. So there's a lot of people that are looking that weren't in the market before, and there's competition. Anybody in here worked with renters as a real estate agent? Any of you guys? No, just me? A little bit. Yeah, it's a pain, but there's not a lot of inventory out there, is there?
That's the problem. You can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, so it's tough. Yeah, so there's a lot. The point is, there's a lot of competition. So being a landlord right now is a pretty good thing. You can pick and choose, and we're seeing high rents right now, like never before. It's like, man, there was a guy in my street getting $1,400, and the house is way older, and I'm thinking that's $1,100 or $1,200 2-3 years ago. So single-family homes are another thing. Duplexes are 2 families. I've owned some of those. The drawbacks for those is you have one tenant up and one tenant down, or one on one side and one on the other, and a lot of times they're not going to get along, and then it causes problems. Apartment buildings. To me, that's where I want to be. I've owned a lot of different single-family homes, but when you have 10 people under one roof, then you don't have to go to 10 different spots to manage and all that other kind of stuff. So, also, commercial space, retail strip centers or office space. I haven't done a lot with strip centers or office space, and what I understand with the commercial market right now is a lot of the landlords are hurting, but there's also a lot of commercial foreclosures. There's a lot of, and I would lump apartments in there too, there's a lot of apartment buildings that are in foreclosure. And it was funny because Dave and I were just talking about it. He's like, hey, because we're mailing out a letter directly to apartment building owners who, it's just generic, you own an apartment building, we'd like to introduce ourselves, we're looking to buy units that are mismanaged, need maintenance issues, or you maybe you've owned it for a while and you want to sell your building. And Dave's like, man, I can't find anything listed. I'm like, yeah, because you need to reach out with a mailer, have the title company run you a letter, and find those people. So that's one thing we're doing for the apartments. Office space, you could do the same thing if you wanted to, you know, be a commercial landlord. I think it's good if you're a business owner, maybe to have office space, but a lot of people are working out of their houses now, as we know. So, but there's still a lot of opportunity there. Mixed-use property is another vehicle of investment, retail and apartments. I had a 3-unit apartment building with 2 little stores. That was the first piece of property I bought when I was 25, and I moved in one of the apartments. It's kind of like Joe Pesci in The Super, except the building wasn't so beat up. But it's, you know, that's something, they're hard to get financing on, but it just depends on where you're at right now. You know, we're going to talk about financing and acquiring property and doing things without money. I know Jackie mentioned that to me the other day, talking about, and I'm actually right now buying property with little or no money, with partners and stuff like that. So don't think just because you don't have any extra cash that you can't right now acquire any real estate. You first have to, you know, have the mindset and the desire. Vacant land, which I would stay away from. I know Dan Hopkins over at the other brokerage does vacant land, and it's, I think the marketing time's like 3 years right now for vacant land. Unless you're going to buy something and hold on to it for a long, long time, vacant land's something, or if you're going to build, you know, you find a cul-de-sac that's reasonable and you're going to build some houses. And then the last one is industrial, and I don't claim to know anything about industrial, but there's a lot of different industrial properties out there. So picking the type of we just talked about a lot of different vehicles to invest in. Pick one for you. You know, if you want to invest in real estate, what do I want to do? Do I want to be a landlord? Do I want to own an apartment building? Do I really want to do this thing because it's not, you know, glamorous? Everybody makes it seem like it's easy, and, you know, Cosmo and I are going through a deal, and we're having a meeting today, and stuff goes wrong, right? And you got to deal with those issues. So, but if you're willing to, you know, deal with those issues, there can be a lot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And if you systematize everything, get yourself a good manager in place. That's why I'm a fan of the apartments, because you can put so many people under one roof and then get a good manager and have Jim Shepard from KW take care of it, or, you know, I have a friend, Andy Morris, that does real estate management, and take those calls, you know, about the leaky faucets and that sort of thing, because I'm not like Cosmo, and I can't work with my hands. I couldn't fix the faucet if you paid me. So, what type of deals do you guys want to focus in on? That's another thing. There's all different kind of deals. Obviously, we've all heard short sale. That's the big thing now, and short sales they seem to be like a bottomless